Hello guys, it is me again, it's HorrorFan34, and welcome back to another video. And I know it's been 2 weeks since I did a video. It was the last review of my Die Hard reviews. Just been really busy with a lot of stuff, school and work and things like that. I've been really busy with all that. So I haven't really had any time to make any videos, just because I've been really busy lately with school and work. But I do have some time right now, because as I'm filming this right now, it is 2 o'clock in the morning, so it is technically Sunday. So this is this is one of my days off that I have on Sunday. Sunday is when I usually have off. I have some free time, and I figured I'd do a video for you guys, and this is actually going to be a response video to Chucky Doll, who's been a subscriber of mine for a while. He did a tag challenge where you do your top 18 favorite horror films from the years 2000 to 2010. So I figured I'd do my top 18 list for this. I'll leave this open to anybody who wants to do this tag. It's created by Chucky Doll himself. And I hope you guys enjoy. So enough with all that. Let's get on to the top 18 list. Before I get to that, though, I do have some honorable mentions that I want to bring up that didn't make the list. For my top 18 horror films from 2000 to 2010, these are the ones that did not make it: Ginger Snaps, American Psycho, Scream 3, What Lies Beneath, Session 9, Hannibal, 28 Days Later, The Ring, May, Cabin Fever, Dead End, Final Destination 2, Freddy vs. Jason, Open Water, the first Saw film, The Toolbox Murders, Wolf Creek, Hostel, the remake of House of Wax, Hatchet, See No Evil, the Black Christmas remake, Rest Stop, Vacancy, The Mist, The Strangers, Splinter, The House of the Devil, Orphan, The Collector, Laid to Rest, I believe Insidious. I'm pretty sure that was 2010. Yeah, that was 2010. So I'm going to make sure I'm reading this carefully. Insidious, The Crazies, Let Me In, Piranha, the remake, and the last one is Frozen. Not the animated film, the one with directed by Adam Green, Frozen. So those are the honorable mentions. Now let's get on to the actual top 18. I do have all of these on DVD, but some of them I didn't pull out because it was kind of difficult to pull them out because it was really hard to pull things out of that shelf. But I grab for the ones that I can grab that I can get to the easiest. So number 18 is Darkness Falls. Pretty good horror film about the Tooth Fairy. I think it's a pretty solid flick, directed by Jonathan Liebesman, who went on to do the new Ninja Turtles and Texas Chainsaw: The Beginning. He did this film, Darkness Falls. It's a pretty solid film. It's a pretty good horror film about the Tooth Fairy. And I think it's just a really solid flick. Love Darkness Falls. It's kind of a creepy idea, too. Number 17 I do have. It was kind of difficult to reach for, but I'm just going to mention it. Number 17 is The Descent. Really great horror film about these women that go into this cave, and they get trapped down there, and there's these creatures down there. It's a really well done film. Barry has a really good claustrophobic feel to it as well. And I think it's just a really solid horror film from the 2000s, and it's definitely in my top list. So that's The Descent. Number 16 is Down, also known as The Shaft here in the United States, but I think in other countries it's known as Down. Now this is a remake of a French film. I think it's from. I forget what year the original one was, but that was called I think The Lift. And actually the same director who did the original directed the remake. And this is just a really fun, entertaining idea about a killer elevator. You know, with it ends with the main hero, James Marshall, killing the elevator with a bazooka, and then the end credits is "Love in an Elevator" by Aerosmith. So that's a win in my book as well. A very highly entertaining film. Really crazy idea about a killer elevator. Just a really fun film. Just want to make sure I'm getting the list down. So, okay. Number 15 is Joyride. Easily my favorite Paul Walker film. I think this is a really well done film. Directed by Chucky Doll, who I don't know what he went on to direct, but really do enjoy this film. Paul Walker, Steve Zahn, Lily Sobieski, Ted Levine, of course, is the voice of the trucker. Your candy cane. And that's Ted Levine. Joyride is just a fantastic film. It's easily my favorite Paul Walker film. Love Joyride. Number 14, Slither. Really great throwback to like the 50s B horror films. I think this is a very highly entertaining movie, written and directed by James Gunn, Elizabeth Banks, Nathan Fillion, Michael Rooker, Greg Henry, even appearances by what's her name? Pam, the one who played Pam in The Office, Jenna Fisher. Jenna Fisher, who was Pam from The Office. She has a small role in this. Very entertaining movie, Slither. Really good throwback to like the 50s B movies. Number 13, Jeepers Creepers, the first film. Pretty good flick. Justin Long and Gina Phillips and Jonathan Breck as your bad guy. Really creepy film. Really do enjoy Jeepers Creepers. I'm not saying much about these films. I'm going to save these for like reviews at some point down the road. I'm just giving my quick thoughts. Number 12 I also do have, and it was kind of hard to reach for, but I'm just going to talk about it for just a tiny bit. Number 12 is Wrong Turn. Really good backwoods, kind of like horror film, kind of like a Hills Have Eyes, kind of like movie about a group of people that are get trapped out in the woods, and they're stuck out there, and there's these cannibals out there after them, and you have people like Eliza Dushku, Desmond Harrington, many other people, even Kevin Zegers, who was Josh, the little boy in Air Bud. He has a little role in the film as well as one of the kids. But really do enjoy Wrong Turn a lot. Number 11, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake. Easily one of my personal favorite horror remakes. It's bloody, it's gory. I like the cast: Jessica Biel, Jonathan Tucker, Mike Vogel, Arlie Ermey, the late great Arlie Ermey is the creepy sheriff who's a bad guy. Arlie Ermey is fantastic. And of course you have Andrew Bernarski as Leatherface, but to me the true Leatherface is always Gunnar Hansen, but love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. Easily one of my personal favorites. I also forgot to mention Friday the 13th, the 2009 remake, was also in the honorable mentions, because it reminded me, because the same director of the Chainsaw remake went on to do the Friday the 13th remake, but I wanted to mention that for the honorable mentions as well. Number 10 is Identity. Great movie. Love this film. It's very underrated. John Cusack, Ray Liotta, Amanda Peet, Alfred Molina, John C. McGinley, Jake Busey, Rebecca De Mornay. It's just a fantastic cast. Directed by James Mangold, who did Logan, Copland, among others. Love Identity. Number 9 is a really underrated one, Satan's Playground. A film that not many people know about the Jersey Devil. Really great. It's kind of like a House of a Thousand Corpses vibe, but I think it's a little bit more creepier, in my opinion. Felissa Rose, Ellen Sandwise, Edwin Neal, who was the crazed hitchhiker in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp, Ellen Sandwise from Evil Dead. You have Ron Milkey, who was the police officer in the original Friday the 13th. Love this film a lot. Love Satan's Playground. It's very underrated. Number 8 is The Others with Nicole Kidman. Really creepy film. I think it's a pretty good one. Number 7 I also do have, but it was kind of hard to reach for, but the first Final Destination movie. Love that film. It's kind of an original idea about death coming after people. Devon Sawa, Ali Lauder, even Sean William Scott. Really do enjoy that one. Number 6, Hollow Man. Kevin Bacon, Elizabeth Shue. Take an Invisible Man and make it a slasher R-rated movie. It's just a really cool idea. Directed by Paul Verhoeven, who did RoboCop among other films. Number 5 is another underrated one that I do love. The Cell, with Jennifer Lopez, Vince Vaughn, and Vincent D'Onofrio. I mean, you have to check this film out. It's a fantastic, creepy movie. Number 4, I just got this not too long ago, the Dawn of the Dead remake. This is the Scream Factory Blu-ray. But an excellent remake by Zack Snyder. Number 3, The Hills Have Eyes remake. Another fantastic horror remake. Love this film. Directed by Alexander Aja, who did High Tension, among other films. I think he also went on to do the Piranha remake as well. Is easily my favorite film that he's directed. Love The Hills Have Eyes remake. Number 2 is The Eye, the Japanese version. One of the scariest films ever, in my opinion. Really creeped out by this film. But it's a fantastic film that you just have to check out. And shockingly enough, my top favorite horror film from the years 2000 to 2010 is without a doubt this film from 2001, Frailty. I think this is a very underrated movie. I think it's a great directorial debut by Bill Paxton. Also stars in the film Matthew McConaughey, the late great Powers Booth, Matt O'Leary, who went on to be in the Spy Kids films, has a role in this. Really creepy premise about the God's Hand Killer. This is just one of those crazy movies that you just have to check out if you have not seen it yet. Love Frailty. And so there you have it. Those are my top 18 horror films from the years 2000 to 2010. So thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Alright guys, take care.